son.
Mr. Willett, so tell me your full name. Where were you born?
You look exactly like my son.
I do. There's a good reason for that. Tell me where were you born? You remember? Where? What town were you born in? Were you born in Lodge?
Lodge?
Yeah.
You know where it is?
I know where it is.
Overseas.
Yeah. Were you born there?
I was born there, yeah.
How old were you when you were born?
How old was I born?
This is your question. What?
I don't remember.
What year were you born?
I don't remember.
You don't.
You know, Martin.
See, and I don't remember, you can punish me.
Martin, what year were you born? Huh?
I don't want to tell him.
What year were you born? Tell me.
Oh, come on, I tell you. As long as I'm here, I'm all right.
Yeah.
You look exactly like my son.
What was your father's name?
My father's name?
Yeah.
Moshe.
And your mother's name?
What?
Your mother's name?
I forgot.
What was your mother's name?
Hannah.
Hannah. Okay. And
Moshe and Hannah.
how many brothers and sisters did you have?
Where?
Where? Back in Poland, in Lodz.
Okay.
How many brothers and sisters?
I don't remember.
You had how many brothers you have?
Martin?
What do you say?
What was your brother's name? How many brothers you have?
My brother's name?
Yeah.
Yosel.
Yosel. Any other? Just one brother, yeah?
One brother.
How many sisters?
2.
No?
3.
Okay. What were their names?
Chava, Yitanesta.
Yeah. Okay. And they all live in Lodz too?
Who?
Did they all live in Lodz?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And were any of them married? Do you remember?
All of them.
Chava was married?
No, Chava. Chava?
Yeah. Chava was married.
Chava, Yitanesta.
Yeah. And did Chava have any children?
Yeah.
How many children did she have?
Me?
No, Chava.
Chava? 1.
No child. Remember his name? Remember the child's, was it a boy or a girl?
One, a boy or a girl?
Okay. Do you remember? Do you remember which it was? Was it a boy or a girl?
You look exactly like my son.
That's a good thing. If I didn't, I'd be in big trouble.
I'm in trouble already.
So what was Chava's son's name? Was it a son or a daughter?
Who?
Chava.
Chava?
Chava had a son or a daughter?
Chava had a son and a daughter.
Had a son and a daughter?
No.
What were their names? Had a son?
Your son.
What was Chava's son's name?
The little boy.
The boy's name. What was the little boy's name?
Moshe.
Moshe?
No, couldn't be.
No?
Because the father was Moshe, couldn't be the son Moshe.
Oh,
The father
okay.
was still alive. You don't name it the little
Okay.
people.
So it was a different name. Okay.
What would you like to know?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
I don't remember.
What kind of a business did your father have?
My father?
Yeah,
A butcher.
a butcher shop. And where was that? Where? Where was it?
A lodge.
Where in Lodz? What was the street?
On the street 44.
That was where you lived. 44 Yelitsa what?
13.
44 Yelitsa Sheremskego?
Sheremskego.
That's where you lived.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I still living.
You still live there? You still living? Okay. So your father had a butcher shop. Your father had a butcher shop, yeah?
My father was a butcher.
He was a butcher. Okay. And how about
My father is my father.
your mother worked with
Sure.
Okay, they worked together. And how about you? What did you do before the war? Were you in school? Were you in the army? What did you do?
Who?
You.
I was in school and I was in the army
Yeah.
and I was home.
And what did you do in the army?
What I was doing in the army,
Yeah.
they gave me a thing and said, go shoot.
So you were a shooter. Okay. What part of the army were you in?
Can I see too?
This is good. Where'd you get this? Age to perfection. Who gave you?
You clean the closets, you find everything.
I see. Okay, that's great. Okay. If you need advice, just ask me. I've been a butcher, a barber, a baker, a plastic bin maker, a chicken farmer, a dry cleaner, a doctor of medicine, philosopher, pharmacist, father, best of all, Zadie. Okay, age to...
Wow. Wow.
Now you know the whole story.
Kids gave grandkids, kids gave for the 75th birthday.
Moses, now you know the whole story, huh?
I know the story. So, let me see.
My father was a butcher.
Yeah. You helped in the butcher shop too?
No.
No, you didn't do any butchering in the butcher shop? Did you learn to be a butcher too?
I wanted to, but they didn't let me.
No? Why?
They say I should be a barber.
You learned to be a barber?
Yeah. And I didn't want to be a barber. I
Really?
want to be a butcher.
Okay, so you learned to be a butcher too.
But they didn't let me do it.
So did Joe learn to be a butcher?
Who?
Yossel.
Yesel?
Did he learn to be a butcher?
No, it was a barber.
He was a barber too. Okay. Did you ever work as a barber in Poland?
Me?
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay. And but you went into the army, yeah?
I went to the army.
And what part of the army were you in? Were you in the infantry? Were you in the cavalry? Were you was there any particular part of the army that you were in?
They gave me a gun and said, go shoot.
They didn't give you any horses or anything, huh?
No,
Okay.
no horses.
And so
What did you do with bridges? With bridges in your army?
in the
Bridges.
bridges. Did you do anything with bridges?
Okay?
A bridge. Did you make a bridge at all?
You blowing up bridges, huh?
Yeah.
You did that too? Okay. Do you remember when the war started?
The war started.
You remember?
Yeah.
You weren't in the
I
army?
was hiding.
Were you in the army when the war started?
Yeah.
And where did you go?
Where I go,
Yeah, where did you go with the army?
I go in the corner I could get.
Any corner. Okay. Do you remember fighting? Did you fight against the Germans?
Fighting the Germans?
Yeah. Did you fight the Germans?
I think so.
You think? Okay. Do you remember how long you fought the Germans?
What's the difference? A day or a month? What's the difference?
Okay.
Where did you fight them? In Lodz, in Warsaw, in Krakow? Where did you fight them?
Where were you?
Where did you fight them? In what city? Lodz, Warsaw, Krakow, which one?
I can hear you.
What
did
city?
you fight the Germans?
What city? What city were you in when you fought the Germans? In Lodz, in Warsaw, in Krakow, where?
Where I was?
Yeah.
I was in the army.
Where was the army? What part of Poland was it in?
Anti-Semitism.
Now you were away from home, and you fought in the army. Where was the army when you fought? Where was it that you fought?
In Lodz or in
Lodz.
Warsaw or in Poland? Where did you fight them?
Lodz.
You fight them in Lodz?
Lodz, Poland, yeah.
You were in Lodz, Poland. Okay. Did you fight the Germans successfully? What happened when you fought the Germans?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember what happened after you fought the Germans?
After I fought the German,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay.
The best thing to do is I don't remember.
Do you remember? Do you
It's
remember
not the best
if we?
thing. Best thing is to do to remember.
Did you? Were you taken prisoner at all? Were you a prisoner?
I was in prisoner?
Yeah. Were you?
I think so.
You think so? Okay.
I'm still here.
You're still here. That's a good thing. So you whatever you did successfully, huh?
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened after you finished in the army? Where did you go?
I don't remember.
Did you go back to Lodz?
Yeah.
Okay. And what did you do in Lodz?
At home,
Yeah. After the
my
army.
father was a butcher.
I know your father was a butcher. After you fought, did you go back to Lodz?
Yeah.
And was your father still a butcher there when you went back? No.
No,
What
nobody
happened?
there.
What happened? Do you remember?
I wasn't there, I don't know.
Do you remember anything about the ghetto? Do you remember going to the ghetto?
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember where that was? Were you with your mother and father?
No, they died before the war.
They died before the war.
They died during the war. In the ghetto, no?
In the ghetto.
Yeah.
They died in the ghetto?
Yeah.
Do you remember who was with them? Were you with them in the ghetto?
Yeah, I was with them in the ghetto.
What did you do in the ghetto, Martin?
Well, who else was with them?
I was a fireman.
You were a fireman in the ghetto? When you were a fireman, were you living with your mother and father?
I think so.
Okay. Was anybody else living with them too? Was Yossel living with them? Were your sisters living with them? You remember?
I had one brother and 3 sisters.
One brother and 3 sisters. Were you together with them all in the ghetto? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Where was that? Where in the ghetto were you?
Lodge Poland.
Do you remember where in Lodz it was? Do you remember a street?
Yeah.
What street?
Jaromskiego.
That's where your apartment was in Sharon.
44.
Before the war.
That was before the war.
Before the war, after the war, in the war, the same was everywhere.
You stayed the same place the whole time? No, I don't think so. Okay. Anything you want me to ask him about?
Yeah, just his name and when he was born.
Okay. So what was your name in Lodz?
What?
What was your name?
My name?
Yeah.
Mieczysław.
Menshusla.
Moshe.
No.
That's me.
Mordechai.
Mordechai
LIbitzsky.
LIbitzsky. And what year were you born? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was born.
What year was it?
I don't remember.
19.
I was too young to remember.
Too young to. What did they tell you? 19 what? What
19,
Day? What day is your birthday?
26th of May,
Very good. Okay. What year?
1916.
1916.
Got everything? You got everything what you want to know?
Yeah. That's
I would answer no more questions.
What did you say?
Is that answer any more questions? Pleading the fifth. Pleading the fifth. No more questions.
Okay.